Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. It doesn't matter when you're watching this, it just matters that you are watching this. Today was a doozy. I'm a little late with this market review, but that's only because I went ahead and took a few trades after, my cutoff time. My cutoff time is usually. Hold on, wait, there's a fly. It got away. My cutoff time is usually 11:30, but with market not really giving us much of a move, you know, pattern recognition is telling me that there is going to be a move had later on throughout the day. So I said, fine. We went ahead and took our. I went ahead and took my first L for the day right here with this trade, and then I think I went ahead and took another one over here. Yeah. So these are my first two trades that I lost today, equaling out to about $200. Why did I go about doing this? Well, simply put, because there were small confirmations to be had, but nonetheless, I don't think that price was able to hold. So we got a 5-minute break of structure to the upside on ES. The whole bias was bearish today, but I just needed to go ahead and have a clear understanding to that. Although there wasn't really much to be had in the beginning, there was no 4-hour break of structure. Although there was a 1-hour break of structure, that doesn't usually give me much confidence to say things are going to go out and play out the way that I want them to. Nonetheless, when there was a 1-hour break of structure, I told myself there's a few things that needs to happen. In order for us to continue into the downside further on, we need to be able to see more indications and confirmations that price wanted the downside. So on the hourly, we needed that break of structure. On the 30-minute, we needed a retrace. On the 15-minute, we needed to go ahead and complete a break of structure. On the 5-minute, we could have went ahead and entered. That was one possibility. The other possibility was if price, seeing as price only gave us a break of structure on the 1 hour, and when we really needed on the 4, we could have just waited for price to go ahead and swing to the upside and take out whatever liquidity was there to then show that it might have the potential to go further up, or taking out to the downside. Nonetheless, we have to keep in mind that we already swept out London lows right here. When that happens, whenever we sweep out a 1 hour low or 1 hour high, the possibility of it going ahead, the possibility of price going ahead and flipping, showing the reversal, showing a confirmation that it wants more than the upside, would be there. Now, normally that's how the model gets played out. We need the reversal, we need the confirmation that the reversal is done, we need the retracement to show that price is looking to go ahead and draw back into some certain level to then take out orders to the downside or to the upside to then swing into its general direction for the day. That is the purpose of the model. But there's another way for the model to go ahead and play out, and that is if we go ahead and have a liquidity sweep to the downside, we can also just go ahead and flood to the downside, straight to the downside. But normally, when things play out like they did today, there wouldn't necessarily be a move to be had until later on. Why do I say that? Well, because the past fucking month, I want to say like the past 2 weeks, have been showing nothing but that. Have been showing nothing but moves wanting to be had later in the market. So I just figured, why not put in pattern recognition into the situation and use it properly, and it actually played out. But we'll get there. So we went ahead and had a 5-minute break of structure to the upside. We're going ahead and doing these first two trades. We had a 5-minute break of structure to the upside. But then we could not. I don't even think I waited on the retracement, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, I didn't even wait on the retracement. That's what fucked me up with this trade. The retracement wasn't there for me. The retracement happened to the downside, went all the way down, but couldn't hold beyond the 1 minute. we can see the 1 minute failed to go ahead and continue on with the break of structure to the upside, and that's what we needed to go ahead and continue on with that, along with other things to be had. But as you can see, this never actually held. So price just plummeted to the downside. That was my first fuck up. The second fuck up, actually this was technically the first fuck up. I went short first because my whole bias was short, and then I seen price reacting the way it did, so I said, fuck it, here we go. Nonetheless, this is exactly like the first way that I did it, it's exactly the same way that this happened. But nonetheless, this was the first trade. We can see that price went ahead and instead of going ahead and giving us a break of structure, we respected the fair value gap. We pushed away from the fair value gap. So I said, okay, fine. If we're looking to go ahead and do that, all we really need from there on out is a retracement. Well, in my mind, seeing as we already respected this fair value gap, all we really needed from there on out was a break of structure to be had or the inverse. We can see that there is a fair value gap right here to be had, and price just flew up. I said, fine, fuck it. I'm not even going to hold for too long. I just want to get the fuck out of there just in case things do really get tight and sticky. And things did really get tight and sticky. So I just killed it. I killed the trade. Did I even enter here? I don't know why it's not. It's not showing because I'm not even logged into my broker. Anyways, I killed the trade once we inverse this gap right here because I said I'm not even fucking with price. Price wants to go ahead and fuck around for the one time. Let it fuck around. But I'm gonna have clear indications to tell me that things are not gonna work out in my favor. Ready to go, so that way I'm not losing money. I gotta go back to where I was. Okay. So we inversed the fair value gap on the 1 minute, and I said, okay, fine. With that happening, price has the likelihood of flying up to the upside and invalidating my trade. Well, what do you see happen? We inversed the gap. Price then flew all the way up here to take out levels over here, or at least trying to. Cool. Fine and dandy. While sitting at this point, I went ahead and took the other trade that I went ahead and explained. After that second trade, I told myself, look, we're already $200 down in the hole. I'm not looking to go further on unless we have clear understanding to where the market wants to go. And that's not going to come into the form of, that's going to come into the form of a 30-minute or an hourly break of structure. We got a 15-minute break of structure on this trade, showing us that price had the likelihood of going in our direction, but that couldn't hold. So I said, fine, we're waiting on the 30-minute to see exactly what was going to happen. But within waiting for that 30-minute, we inverse that gap that I was just talking about. So I said, fuck it, we're killing the trade. But then I told myself, like I just explained to you, I needed to take off these alarms. I needed to go ahead and wait for the break of structure. You can see here, we failed to get the break. Throughout this whole time here, we failed to get the break of structure. And that's what's really fucking me in the ass. Like, truly fucking me in the ass was waiting for this break. So, said, fuck it. We're just going to wait on it, and we finally got the break here. With this candlestick right fucking here. At this time, I was away, finally came back to it, and I seen that the move was already happening. So I said, fine, fuck it. I need to wait for confirmations further to get me into this market. But instead of synchronizing my trades and pretty much copy trading, I told myself, let me not copy trade. Let me just focus on one account at first and see if I could get that out of the negative. Well, I went into the big boy account and said, all right, well, I got enough money in this account to actually fly through some shit and work my magic the way that I needed to. The confluences were all there. We got that 30-minute break of structure showing that price wanted to go further down. After that, we had the break of structure on the 5-minute right here showing that price wanted to go further down. After that, that's really where the 30-minute came from. But lower time frames, 5-minute break of structure. After we get the 5-minute break of structure, we have EQ drawn out. Right here, we tapped equilibrium perfectly. It took us a while to go ahead and break structure to the downside. It took us a while to go ahead and break structure to the downside, but nonetheless, it took us a while to break structure to the downside, but nonetheless, we ended up breaking it right here. So I said, fuck it, I'm fucking short. I took off. This is where things really do get sticky with this strategy. I don't recommend doing it, but this is the only way that I could have really got myself into some really good shit without having my shit play out in a negative way. Although it wouldn't have really mattered because you could see my fucking stop is all the way up here, and well, it never really, it came up close, but it never actually fell through. Anyways, everything played out perfectly. Price gave me the break, price fell down. I wasn't able to go ahead and hold a position for a lot longer than what I wanted to, only because my drawdown on my account was very, very close to blowing the account. So what my broker did was just close the trade out for the $1,000 and, let it be that. I tried to go back in, couldn't situated why that couldn't happen, so I said, fine, I got one more account that I could actually go on and make some money off of. And I said, fuck it, let's actually do that. Repeated the exact same steps. We repeated the exact same steps all over again. I waited. Did I actually? Or did I only wait for the confirmation? No, I did. So, the move carried out perfectly fine, beautifully. Here, you can see another break of structure happen. So I said, fine. Perfect. The only thing that we need to go ahead and do is see price fall and then give us the retracement to the upside. After that, I could follow through with the model perfectly fine. Well, what do you see here? After the break of structure, price came down, retraced into equilibrium, touching equilibrium, and after equilibrium was touched, went into the 1 minute, went into the 1 minute. I gotta draw this out. We went into the 1 minute and waited for a break of structure to show itself. We didn't the pattern just repeated itself again and didn't give us a break of structure right off the bat. It couldn't give us, oh shit, never mind. It gave us a break here. I lied. It gave us a break here. I hesitated because I didn't really know exactly if that was going to be the true break again. But I said, fuck it, let's just trust the model. Let's just trust the fucking model, and if it proves to be true, then awesome. Great. But if not, then oh fucking well. Well, who do you see? We went right back down. Straight down. Straight down. Now, I had wanted originally to take this position here, take these lows, but the way that price was moving over here, you can see that price came back up to the retracement. I told myself if price had the likelihood of doing that, it has the likelihood of repeating that same step, but just in a bigger fashion. Again, pattern recognition. So I told myself, fuck it. We're gonna move the buy limit back up to where the original stop was, or take profit was, and let it be that. And I think I was washing clothes by hand. I also went to go walk the dog. Like, I just stepped away from this completely. I did the exact same thing over here with this trade right here. But nonetheless, I said if price is wanting to go down. I know price is wanting to go down because we finally had a break of structure showing exactly where it wanted to go. Only thing I needed to do was set my stop in the appropriate place. Well, this time, I'm just going to be honest with you. I took stop off for both of these accounts, for both of these trades. Didn't need to do so because it would have been respected, but I took stop off completely and let these motherfuckers ride. And you could see that both of these trades played out. And didn't need to go ahead and close. I didn't need to go ahead and put my... I did not need to take off stop loss for any of these because the trades would have played out perfectly fine. The model was there. I just didn't want to continue on with losing more money, knowing which way the market wanted to go and knowing I might have a shitty ass entry. So I said, fuck it, just shut down stop loss and just let it ride. I shouldn't be doing that. That's a very risky strategy to do, but in order for me to actually, the first process, the real reason why I wanted to do this is because I'm able to pass one of these accounts in one day. So that was really what I wanted to do. I wanted to pass that account in just one fucking day, and I had the opportunity to fucking do it. Like, today would have been the perfect opportunity for me to be able to pass one of the fundings, but due to my trailing drawdown, I wasn't able to go ahead and hit that mark. What happened exactly? Well, market, not market, but my broker said, "Fuck it, you're not going past this limit. We're protecting your account and letting it be that." That's the trade recap for today. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. The only reason why we're saying this now is because I had to stop the live. The live was already going on for 2 hours, and on top of that, I was already losing out on money. So it was just best for me to step away from the market, do what I had to do personally, and then come back to this shit. Once it actually showed it wanted to do something with itself. Nonetheless, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. If you guys want to go ahead and learn these confluences and more fine definition and understand them more, I can happy to do that for you guys. Go ahead and comment bootcamp down below. I will go ahead and send you guys a link to my Instagram account. From there, we can go ahead and set up a questionnaire for you guys to answer. The reason why this questionnaire is here is because not a lot of people are welcome into the Discord. Not a lot of people are going to be welcome into the Discord. Why? Because not a lot of people are going to be able to take this shit seriously. They're just not. This takes a lot of hard work. This takes a lot of mental fatigue. This takes a while to understand. So the right people that want to learn will actually benefit from this because they are willing to take action. Nonetheless, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I love yous. See you guys tomorrow.